It's Saturday night.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture
with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
It is Saturday night, and it is time for pop culture with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show. I am Kathy, and
I am Kenny.
And again, a little something we do every Saturday night in quarantine. It has kind of been our fun little thing to do a show about pop culture, just talking about the topics that you give us. And I know through our streams, either through my Facebook page or Kenny's Facebook page, you might be seeing the show. But I would ask you to come over to our page that is on Facebook, Kathy and Kenny Explore Pop Culture. And if you check out that link, it'll at least link you to us directly so that your comments we can pop up and you can share in the show. And that's part of the fun of it.
Yeah, and when you if you want to hang out with us and you want to share our show and create your own watch party so other people can see the show, we would love that too.
That's awesome.
The more, the merrier.
And you can also be a part of the show by calling in. And I pop it up, and as soon as I pop it up, I go, oh, you know what? I forgot to sync it so that the phone calls will actually come through. So I'm syncing now. But Kenny, as I sync, can you give them the number?
The number is 704 252 8813. 704 252 8813. It is a North Carolina number because that's what Kathy is. I'm in New Jersey, and that's how we do the show because it's quarantine and we're not close to each other. And I want to say shout out to Chucky. Chucky's listening right now. Chuck, my man Chuck, my dancing partner when we used to do the club on a Monday night. I ain't putting your business out there, but I'm just saying. And Annette Price, my girl Annette. What's up, baby? How you doing? You don't call me no more. I'm just saying.
That's the
okay, but anyway, we're gonna have a good time because tonight we're gonna be talking about Michael Jackson because today is Michael Jackson's birthday. And we're gonna be talking all things Michael Jackson.
Look at little Michael. One of my favorite movies.
I love little Michael. I love little Michael. You don't know what movie that's from, do you?
No. I love little Michael. I don't know.
No. You gotta say like this. I love little Michael. I'm gonna give you the whole show to figure that out. And if anybody else wants to figure out what movie that is from, feel free. But I love little Michael.
I love little. Is it a movie or a TV show?
It's a movie. Mommy's on. Our mother's on. Okay. My friend Rhonda's on. My girl Cheryl is on. Cheryl, how you doing, baby? Hope you have fun. Check us out. We're going to be talking about all things Michael Jackson. Rhonda, we're going to be talking about all things Michael Jackson. And this is what the show is about. And we're going to have some fun for the next hour talking about Michael. So if you want to talk about Michael, you can call in and tell us what you think of our show. Tell you what you think of us. I know you don't like me, but Kathy's pretty cool. And you can tell us what the numbers are. And you can tell us all your thoughts about Michael Jackson and your memories of Michael. Lisa Hennis, my old high school buddy, Lisa is on right now. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? And also, if you're listening on my page, if you want to comment so Kathy can see it, you can go to our page, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. So, and my friend Cheryl says, "Hi guys, good evening." Cheryl, how you doing? Cheryl. We're gonna wind up talking later. So, stick around. Don't stick around. Whatever you want to do.
What? He was like,
I had to stop and drink. Look, I've been talking. I had to stop. So
I know.
Now, I do want to say one thing.
I do. I have to say one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Say my one thing first.
Yes.
Okay, because I know our show is. I know today would have been Michael Jackson's 65th 52nd, I believe, birthday because he's going
Wow.
to
Wow.
58, and it's MJ Day, and we're going to get to all things Michael in just a moment. But I would be remiss, and I know, and it's probably what you want to say, isn't it?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
I know because I was
Because
actually,
we're brother and sister, and even though we're 2 years apart, we think a lot alike.
I
I want
know.
to say hi to Joe Downs. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. How you doing, buddy? Stick around. Have some fun with us.
So, hey,
Um.
okay,
So go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
okay. um, I, I, I guess here's the thing. Back when Michael passed away, I think I first heard about it through a Facebook post, which again, that seems to be the way we're getting our news now. But last night through it wasn't actually a Facebook post. I think it was a Twitter post or a news alert on my phone. Got the news of the death of Chadwick Boseman, who played, among other things, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson, and most recently and notably, Black Panther, who passed away
Yes.
from cancer.
Yes.
I'm sure that's something not news to anybody listening to this stream. And yes, Kenny has his Black Panther T-shirt on in honor of that actor. And
I have 3 shirts, and I plan on wearing them for the next 3 days.
okay, and probably not washing, but I just wanted to,
Shh.
I know. I'm trying to be serious, and it it's just that he's played these iconic characters, and especially in a time when we're uh, looking at such just social unrest, and it just there was a commentator on the news this morning, and she talked about it, and she was almost in tears. But it just seems like for Black people, it's like we're getting hit one thing after the other, and I just
And
want to
the thing you
our
got to,
sympathies to his family and his fans and those
yes.
people who gain so much from watching that movie. And I know it's
Yeah.
just movies, it's just pop culture,
Well,
but
here's the thing. Here's the thing. This guy, Chadwick Boseman, was a beast, and his acting ability was very exceptional. I actually liked him as James Brown a little bit better than I liked him as Black Panther. Black Panther was an awesome movie. It brought a lot of people of color to the comic book movie scene, and it made a lot of people of color proud. So Wakanda forever. And here's the thing: he was diagnosed in 2016, which means he did most of these Avengers movies while he was going through cancer therapy and treatment. So this
wow,
guy, and then he did his other movies in the Five Bloods and everything else after that. He did while he was on cancer, while he had cancer, it was on treatment, and he didn't let the public know. Nobody knew, I don't think. This guy was a beast, and he was a true hero. There is a picture of him, Bruce Roberts. How you doing? And Robin. Your old friend Robin is on my line right now. But this guy was a beast, and
Robin
you
Coleman.
know, yeah, Robin Coleman's on there. My girl. I used to have a crush on Robin when I was a kid.
She don't
Anyway,
need that.
yes, she do. Yes,
Trying
she
to have
do.
a
Because
relaxing Saturday night.
I'm older and I'm good looking now. But anyway, um, the thing with this is this guy. Okay, you know what? This guy was a beast, and he did those movies while he was on cancer therapy. And there was a picture of him and visiting kids that had cancer, and he was trying to enlighten them. And the whole time he had cancer himself.
Wow.
So this guy was a true hero. It's like Tom Holland said, a true hero on and off the screen. So there you go. But let's
Rest in
all
power,
yeah,
Black
that's all.
Panther.
Yeah,
Wakanda
Chad Bosman, Wakanda forever, man, Wakanda forever. But we're gonna get back to our main show, which is talking about Michael Jackson on his birthday. Oh, look at that, the Jackson Five.
Look at that, little Michael. Okay, I'm sorry.
A couple things about Michael Jackson. And it's James. I want to say hi to James Hale. A couple things about Michael Jackson. When I was a kid, I swore I was Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. We used to do an assembly.
And
We
that
used to
was
do this. Yeah,
no, yeah.
yeah. We used to do an assembly in our elementary school, and I got four friends to back me up. And every assembly, we would do the Jackson Five, and I would be Michael. I worked on my spins and everything. I had the afro. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We were talking about the 70s. I was badass. I was bad, man. I'm telling you, I was the
Afro.
next Michael. I was the next Michael. We did assemblies. I was Michael. It was good. And the guys would come in and do it, and they said, "Well, how come you always get it?" Because my idea, and I'm Michael. I was diva back then. I'm just saying.
So you are okay. So in
Now, when we were kids, we got a chance to see the Jackson Five in person, and it's in early '70s. Not Michael, but the Jackson Five.
Jackson
Tita with the
5.
hat,
Yeah.
Tita with the hat, Jermaine with the bass, the whole 9 yards.
Yes. At the Spectrum. I remember that.
Yeah, at this don't tell people that because we're kind of dating ourselves.
Oh, that was good times though. That was
I
like
know. I know. I know. Feel
excellent.
free to throw in comments about Michael Jackson because that's what we're talking about tonight. Michael Jackson. Any songs you like from Michael Jackson? What are your favorite songs? Throw the comments on my page and I'll show them. Or if you want to go to our page, that's perfectly fine. Go to our page and look at the show or call in. Call in and let us know what your favorite song of Michael Jackson is.
Ah, let's see. So what is your like all time? Well, you know what? I figure we need to do it in two groups. Like what
Okay.
was what are your favorite Jackson 5 songs? And
See,
then
I didn't do the Jackson 5 songs, but I tell you what I liked about the Jackson 5 songs. I like the songs where Michael did not Marion, how you say Marion Parrish, how you doing, Marion? How you doing? I like the songs that they did where Jermaine sang backup or Jermaine sang lead. And with the Jackson 5, I liked it when they harmonized more. Like Mama's Pearl.
mm,
They did harmonizing on Mama's Pearl. Where they did Oh How Happy. They did harmonizing on Oh How Happy. I liked those songs, the earlier songs they did, where Jermaine would sing some too, and like Oh How Happy is Jermaine singing, and back on doo 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 doo.
Oh, How Happy is a good one. There's another song. It's later. It's I Am Love. And actually that's I believe Marlon
Is that
sing
Marlon?
I think that's Marlon singing the lead on I Am Love. If somebody actually knows, if they could shout us out in the comments. But that is one of my all-time favorite Jackson 5 songs. And yeah, it's up there. And I know like ABC, Stop the Love You Save, all good. All good. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Jacksons, but or
No,
the
you
Jackson 5.
cannot go wrong there.
But 2300 Jacksons. I mean, there's just good stuff
Yeah.
all throughout. But this song, I Am Love, one of the reasons or ways I came to like it is in one of my first cars, which was a Ford Escort, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Was
was
it
Ford
Ford
Escort.
Escort? But for some reason, I I don't know whether it was that car or maybe I was using one of our parents' older cars, but I know it had a 8-track. None of that Ford Escort
Oh,
didn't have
you're
any.
really dating yourself now. Have 8-track?
I used to have to drive around with a boombox and that Ford Escort because I think there was a radio in it at one point, but it'd be
Well, I think if it had 8-track, I think that was the van. You probably drive the van.
well, but
The van had an 8-track.
I discovered this I Am Love song on this Jackson 5 anthology 8-track that I was playing, and I just love that song. I Am Love by the Jackson 5, and it's one you might not know. So, if you have
I know that one. That one's a good one.
all those good because it kind of changed tunes and
Yeah,
changed
it starts off slow and then it goes fast.
and it gets fast and it gets all funky
Yeah,
70 music
yeah.
thing and
I am love. It gets kind of very rockish.
yeah, and I don't know who did and again, I'm pretty sure it was Marlon doing the lead vocals. So it was like, which was unusual. Um,
Yeah,
and you
because
didn't have.
It always seemed like Marlon was trying to be like Michael, so he was trying to get some attention, but he couldn't. Because he's Marlon. Because he's Marlon. So, Tito got the attention because he played the guitar and he had the hat. Jackie and Marlon were kind of lost in the sauce. I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do about
That's
that.
wrong.
That's you know,
Well, Tito had a
Jam- J-
guitar,
J-
so that made him kind of
Janet,
cool.
Janet and Randy outshined Jackie and Marlon. That's how.
Oh, that's wrong. Well, you know what? We're going to post the link, and it's going to be the link for I Am Love as it was performed on the Share Show. So I will post that in the comments so you can go and check that out. Because again, I Am Love.
Now, when you say share show, I want to talk about TV moments for a minute. We're going to go back and forth, but
Okay.
on TV moments, there's a video on YouTube, and I vaguely remember seeing this live because we were around back then.
Uh-huh.
When the Jackson Five were on the Carol Burnett show,
Oh, wow.
and Carol Burnett was a
Was that
teacher.
the one they were playing basketball or no? Oh,
No,
okay.
they were in a school. They were in a school setting, and Carol
Hmm.
Burnett was a teacher.
Oh, okay.
And the Jackson Five, and they had Randy with them too at the time. So they started singing, and Randy's like playing congas.
Uh-huh.
It's like I'm sitting there like I don't really hear congas in all the songs. I don't know what Randy's doing. Like they would.
Don't be hating on Randy. That's not right.
No, no. You name me a Jackson Five song when you hear congas specifically in the song. Cause
Uh,
Randy's in there. He played his behind
Sunshine,
off.
Moonlight, blame it on the boogie. There's some congas in there. Blame it on the boogie. Come on now. Don't be dissing on Randy. I know it's
I'm
meant
not
to be.
dissing on Randy, but I'm just saying he was playing the heck out of them congas, and you couldn't really hear nothing.
Blame it on the boogie. That was
But let's
all.
talk about let's talk about Michael.
All right.
Michael went out. Michael went out, and even the younger years of Jackson Five, you knew Michael was a standout star. And excuse me to say this, when I had that conversation with the gentleman who was part of the Five Stair Steps, and said that Jackson Five opened for them, he said even back then you knew Michael was going to be a star. You knew he was going to be something bigger than what the group was because he just had that about him. So Michael started branching out. I think his first album, he did the title song to the movie Ben.
Ben.
So
Ben.
he did that. And then he started, even though he was with the Jackson Five, he started branching out and doing something
Was
else.
but now was that him or is that was just the Motown Machine? Because the Motown Machine is all about making money, and
Right.
I think they did that a lot because they would start off, kind of putting one name out there, Diana Ross and the Supremes,
And
for
Diana
Maud
Ross.
Ballard.
Now, okay, I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this. You asked me why I was hating on Randy. Why are you hating on Motown?
I'm not hating on Motown.
You
My
hating on
father,
Motown.
started at Motown.
Just a little bit, you hating on Motown.
But again, there was probably some, not too kosher things that were done in the name of Motown. I mean, just saying. But
Why you hating
in
on
any
Motown?
case, because like
This ain't Sparkle.
with these family groups, there's always one that's kind of like put on this like pedestal, and that's not right to do with families. Case in point, DeBarge. Were they not with Motown? I think
Yeah,
so.
they were Motown.
Same thing with El DeBarge. Although, actually, before there was DeBarge, there was Switch, which featured two of the DeBarge brothers, but they were the first group that was featured in Unsung. And wow, that family has had, well,
Oh
quite a
yeah, I
story.
saw that. I saw that unsung man, and I
Like,
I didn't real like you wouldn't if you saw that unsung, you wouldn't realize the bars was going through all that what they were going through,
what they,
all
yeah,
that
they went
all
through
the
it. They
partying
went
and drug abuse. Like you wouldn't see that. Like you saw a wholesome family when you saw the bars, and behind the scenes it just was. It's the same thing with the Go Go's because you saw these Go Go's as a nice group of these nice girls, and really from what I heard, like behind the scenes, these guys were like big, like these women were like sex addicts and drug addicts in the whole 9 yards. So
Well, you
the
watch one of those
perception you have.
Netflix specials. Is that it?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
was. I think I was. I don't know. I don't know.
All
But
right. So,
anyway,
okay, let's go
Jackson
back.
Five.
Jackson 5, favorite Jackson 5 songs. We talked about some of them.
I'm gonna tell you what, my one of my favorite Michael songs from back in the day, from way back in the day. He
Mhm.
did a special. He was on a special, and it was him and Roberta Flack singing "Free to Be You and Me."
Free to Be You and Me from back in
Yes,
the day.
from way back in the day. There's a one time, so I don't even know if it was on an album or anything. I'm gonna try to find it on my Spotify and see if I can add it to my list. But it was this kind of thing where him and Roberta Flack were dressed as kids, and they were singing this like "We Don't Have to Change It All" type of thing, and it
Mhm.
was a great song. It was a great. It was like a very meaningful song when I was a kid. So
So when
you
you
know,
talk
you
back
can.
in the day, you mean back in this day. That was
No, it was a little older than this.
okay.
This is ABC days. A little older than this. A little older than that.
All right. I'm just trying to bring back some of
He,
the
he was
different looks of
he was he was
Michael.
he was still black looking when he did this thing. But he was older, but he was black looking.
Okay. All righty.
Now, and that's another thing I want to clip about Michael while we're on the show.
Mhm.
Everybody downed Michael for his skin color change and him saying he had a disease and everything. This man, for people who think that Michael didn't want to be black or wasn't black, this man donated so much money to the NAACP and different things that had to do with black people that you would not believe. He's one of those guys who donated a lot of money that didn't brag about it, kind of like Prince did. So that's another thing you need to know about Michael Jackson.
Okay. Hey, I hear you.
So he donated a lot of money to. He was very. If Michael Jackson was alive now, he would be.
It would be all about Black Lives Matter.
I think he would be a very prominent Black Lives Matter advocate if he was alive now.
I see you listed some other like duets or collaborations, and I know, and I was actually thinking about this one because had to go to a grocery store to get dinner, which was sausage and peppers, amazing. But okay, that's another
Okay,
story for another time.
I had a salad. I was real healthy today.
I had salmon last night for dinner.
I had a chicken salad with a
Oh,
Greek
wow.
dressing that George's mother-in-law introduced me to this Greek dressing, and I had to try
Mhm.
it on my
Oh,
own. So yeah.
awesome. Okay. Anyway, but I was thinking about this particular song, and it wasn't really a Michael Jackson collaboration as much as it was Jackson's actually by then, because it was Randy in there too. Jackson's with Mick Jagger, and that was State of Shock.
I love State of Shock.
State
Yes,
of
that's why I put it
Shock.
on the list. Puppy, on my knees. Please, baby, please.
Now, there's another collaboration that a lot of people know. I don't think it's one of his greatest, but I put it in this category as Michael Jackson's background singer, and that was him with Rockwell. I always feel like
Oh,
somebody's
yes.
watching me, as well as him with Kenny Loggins on "This Is It." So, do you not
And
like that one? I like
that
that.
one, yeah, I
"This
remember
Is It,"
that one. I think
but I also
was it
loved him and his sister
yeah, well, Scream is the
on
ultimate.
"Scream." Is the ultimate.
Scream is the ultimate.
The one song I was thinking of, and I don't know who the background singer is. It's on, I think, the Off the Wall album, and
Okay.
the song is called it's the Falling in Love. I think
That would
that's it.
be
Um,
I
it's
believe
the
that's Patty
falling
Austin.
it's the falling
I believe that's
Patty
Patty
Austin,
Austin.
yes.
Patty
It's the
Austin.
falling in love that's making me high. It's the being in love that makes me cry, cry, cry.
Now,
Oh,
I
that
yeah,
song.
Patty Austin. And there's another collaboration he did with Stevie Wonder on the Bad album, which I think is phenomenal. And it's called
The Bad album.
yeah, it's on the Bad. It's him and Stevie Wonder, and Jessica. It's called Just Good Friends.
Just Good Friends. I don't think
Yes.
I've
Oh
ever heard
my
that
God,
before.
Just Good Friends. I have it on my Spotify. I have it on my down district list is my list that I party to, and my regular Nation X list is my list that
And that's a collaboration with Stevie Wonder. I think
Stevie
him
Wonder on a bad album, Just Good Friends.
oh, wow. That was the one
Or
I
is it
knew
good?
on the Bad
It might be
album,
called
that was That was
Yeah,
post Thriller. So,
yeah.
but
It might be
I
called
did
good.
find the Thriller picture. I love the Thriller.
It might be called Good Friends.
Good Friends, or
It might
there
be
is
called Good Friends. Yes,
just Good Friends. There is a song called Just Good Friends, and
that's
the
what Stevie
audio
Wonder.
is available on YouTube. But
And
I
then
guess
the
they never
hook,
made a video.
the hook is awesome. It's my baby loves me, but she doesn't show she cares. That doesn't mean she doesn't love me. My baby loves me, even though she acts like I'm not there. She doesn't want to kiss and hug me. But if you ask her, she would tell you that we're just good friends. Basically, Stevie and Michael are being suckers for the same woman.
All
They
right.
being played. Because while they're doing all that and she's saying they're just good friends with them, she's out hanging out with Kenny Walker. I'm just saying.
I'm taking off my glasses because I don't know how to get rid of the glare, so I won't be able to read any of the comments. We're not getting comments.
Let me try that.
We're doing
Ooh,
such
everything's a blur. I'm old. I can't see anything.
I know. So, all right. So, and maybe there's just no love for Michael. I know I used to on August 29th, I used to like play Michael Jackson music nonstop. And Sirius had a Michael Jackson channel, but I think they stopped their specialty channel. So I've been just like heartbroken. Um, Patty Austin. Why couldn't I think of who that was? Patty
Yeah, Patty
Austin.
Austin. She did a lot
What
at the
happened to her?
time. At the time, Thriller was done with Quincy Jones, and Patty Austin did a lot of. Oh, that did too much there. Patty Austin did a lot of work with Quincy Jones because
Definitely.
I think they were related.
hmm
So,
I thought he was her godfather, but maybe not. I can research it. I don't know. You
Patty,
we talked
Patty,
a little bit
I want to
about
make you an offer that you can't refuse. I want you to sing with Michael on this song. That was my Godfather imitation. It wasn't good. I know. I realize.
because sound effects evidently are needed.
Uh,
um, all right, we're talking the music of Michael Jackson. This is Kenny and Kathy, or Kathy and Kenny.
Kathy and Kenny.
Kathy and Kenny. It's alphabetical order. Kathy
Yes.
and Kenny explain pop culture. I'm so sorry that I'm so spazzy tonight. I don't know why. I cannot explain it. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. We were talking television appearances, and you remarked about the Carol Burnett show appearance, and I kind of I remember it's foggy in my head, but I'm going to go back and look that up on YouTube as well. But also, to me, their most memorable appearance, or the thing I remember them for
Excuse
the
me.
most, was
Yes, the Jackson 5 TV show. I was
Saturday
hoping we
morning
could talk about this.
cartoon.
Yes.
Jackson 5 cartoon. And again, it was just rehashing the songs we already know and love. I don't care. And it's probably not their voices, but hey, it didn't matter. I
No, it
was
didn't matter at all. It was a great TV show. And back in the day when you watched Saturday morning TV shows, this is one of the shows you had to watch. The Jackson 5 cartoon, which was awesome. And you rushed to at that certain time when it came on. I can't remember because it was in the 70s, but you rushed to see the Jackson 5 cartoon. And I wish there was somewhere I can find all of them. I probably can find them on YouTube.
yeah, you probably
To
could
play.
find them on YouTube. I don't know if they'd
Yeah,
have the Jackson 5 cartoons, but you
to
probably can
play.
find them on
And
YouTube.
Michael had he really had two mice and a snake.
Right.
Yeah, two mice and a snake that he carried with him all the time, and they did all the songs. They did the move, and they did all the moves and everything, and all the videos. And Michael was the youngest one, but he was always the one that was falling in love with somebody or something like that. So, and Jermaine, no, Jackie, I think fell in love a couple of times too. They all fell in love at some point that kept them wherever they were going. And you wonder why they traveled around with no adults. They had
uh,
no adults. It's just them
it was
traveling
a
around.
cartoon. Do you
I
not realize it
understand
was a
that,
cartoon?
but they had no just like the Brady Bunch cartoon. There were no adults involved in that either.
The Brady Bunch had a cartoon?
They had a cartoon with no adults.
Wow. Okay.
I like
I
to.
know
I like to know. I gotta look back at the Osmond cartoon and say they had adults.
No adults exist in cartoons. Well, no, I shouldn't say that because Speed Racer, you had Pops and oh yeah, Mom. Yeah. Okay. So
But all
maybe
but all Pops did was get mad about everything Steve and Sparky did. And they would go, Steve and Sparky would go do it off
in
anyway.
a
So
in a
yeah.
all right.
Now
We're off on
Michael,
a tangent. Let's get
yeah,
back to
yeah,
MJ.
yeah. Michael was a phenomenal performer. And one of the things that he did, well,
Well, actually, we were talking the cartoons, and my book has all kinds of pictures from the cartoons. I don't know if
oh,
that'll
where'd you
show.
get that book from? Oh, that's your book. Okay.
Oh,
That's
this
what you
is
showed
my
in the beginning.
awesome book. You know where I got it from? And I don't know if they have them up there near you. I got it from Ollie's. You
Yeah, we
know?
got
Ollie's?
Hollies. We
Oh
got
yeah,
Hollies up here.
good stuff cheap. And
I,
this
I
is
like
good
I
stuff.
like good stuff cheap.
This is good stuff. I mean,
I like good stuff cheap.
this is like a Jackson 5 yearbook. Like, every phase of their career, um, including like the matching outfits and
Yes.
ah,
And when that's
and
when
it's
in the
not
matching
matching
outfits,
outfits with
and that picture there is when they had their own TV show. And when they had their own TV show, that's when they started bringing out Janet and Randy Moore.
I don't know if this was from um Right On magazine. I think it was from like Ebony. Remember? Oh, I
Yeah,
know they did one feature in Ebony where they were all on the stair step. Hopefully, I
yeah,
can find that page because it reminds me a little bit of the Brady Bunch. I should have
right.
marked them, but as you can see, my little post-it notes that I marked them are coming out of the book. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. You talk and
Oh,
I'll.
no, no, no. We're talking about Michael, and I guess one of Michael's most memorable performances, besides the Jackson 5 show. I remember watching the Jackson 5 show, and
Mhm.
the Jacksons are all singing in the booth. I think we were watching it. All of us were watching it as a family, me, you, mommy, daddy, and they were singing, and there was a slower song that they were singing, and they were in like a booth kind of thing, like a choir type thing. And
Mhm.
Michael was still moving around and dancing. And I remember mom looking and saying, um, "Oh, Santos is on listening to us." I remember mom saying,
Oh, yeah, Miss Santos, I don't get to see her
"I
every
know."
day anymore. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wish I got to see her more, but I'm all the way up in Jersey. Anyway, Michael was in, they were in the booth, they were singing. I know, I just say the weirdest things. Michael was in the booth, they were singing, all the Jacksons were singing, and Michael was still, even though it was a slower song, he was still moving and dancing while he was singing. And I remember mom saying they really can't keep that boy in the box. Like he's too dynamic to keep in a
Good
box.
dynamic.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that Michael's too dynamic to keep in the box. And we saw that dynamic years later at the Motown 35
Oh,
reunion when Michael did Billie Jean.
oh
And
yeah.
he sang with his brothers
Well,
and
no,
they left
he
the
came
stage.
out and sang with his brothers, and then
Yeah, he sang
and
with
then
all his brothers, all six of them. All six of them on stage singing, and it was a great show. I wish they had done more songs
mm,
with the brothers. But after that, Michael did Billie Jean, which is legendary.
I'm trying to
It's
see if I have
legend.
that picture up in
Excuse
here.
me. It's legendary on the screen with Michael. Um, that Billie Jean thing when he did the moonwalk, did the song. I mean, it's like one of the things where were you when Michael Jackson performed Billie Jean on TV? Because everybody saw it, everybody remembers it. It was a
Everybody,
great
yes.
thing. Now one of the things about Michael. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I'll be honest with you.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you what we're not going to talk about with Michael. We're not going to talk about his allegations. We're not going to talk about the bad stuff. We're not going to talk about the things that people, oh, Michael did this and Michael did that and Michael was this. We're talking about the good things that you remember about Michael Jackson because his music is phenomenal and his presence was phenomenal. The one thing too that I want to talk about that Michael Jackson did that was very phenomenal. Michael Jackson kind of reinvented at an early age of music videos. Music videos on MTV, it just came out in the 80s. And in the midst of that, it's like one of the things when Michael Jackson kind of upped the game on music videos.
I remember rushing home to see Thriller
Yes, yes.
when
Everybody
it
wanted to see
premiered
Thriller.
on MTV. That was
Well,
like,
Michael was that guy who upped the game on videos. Basically, he he raised the standards of what your video should be when he made Thriller and when he made Beat It and when he made Billie Jean. It was like everybody was like, "Wow, wow!"
well, I know. Remember, the Time was one that, and they spent a lot of money on that particular video.
And that
He
was
was always
Michael's own money.
trying to bend it.
Yes.
But what's the one where he is just in the white T-shirt and it's like the sepia color tones? I can't even think of the name of the
Is that
video now.
Liberian Girl?
Not Liberian Girl.
Is that the one when he kisses the
Okay.
girl?
Oh wait, my Siri is talking to me in the middle of the show. My iPhone is like,
Oh,
you know,
you know what? While we're pretty much past the half point, why don't you put the number back up so if anybody wants to call and talk about Michael Jackson, they can.
okay. Let me
We haven't put
find
the
the number.
number up in a while.
Okay,
Here's the
go
number
ahead.
seven zero four two
Call the show.
five two 8813.
Give us a
Please call us. Talk to us.
talk, talk to me, baby.
I
Converse
want to
with
talk
me
to
now.
you. The people who are listening, I want to talk to you. Please call
And
in.
again, if you can also find the show at K Walk Comedy on YouTube. Put in K Walk Comedy on YouTube, and you'll be able to find it. Consider giving us a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe, so that you'll know all about Kathy and Kenny as we talk pop culture, and that's kind of what we hang out and do. Tonight, talking about the magic of Michael, and it's all MJ Day on. Uh, Kathy and Kenny talk pop culture.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What was your thoughts when you first saw Thriller?
When I first saw Thriller, now and again, because I don't like scary stuff.
Right?
I thought it was I not that I was like scared, but I don't like the gross kind of like the costuming and stuff about it. And I remember being uh, not scared, but I was just like kind of like this anxiousness. Okay, what's going to happen? What's going to happen next? Because it felt like something, um, that there was something was going to happen next. I really enjoyed it, and I think because it was like an event and it was like a movie, and you just got into it. Although poor Ola Ray, whatever happened to Ola Ray?
I don't know what happened to that Ola Mae. Ola Mae,
Ola Ray,
Ola Mae was hot though. Oh, she was hot.
but she had
Hey,
that
yeah,
moment. It seems like she should have had more from it, but
yeah, I know. She didn't
que
capitalize on it.
sera, que sera. Uh,
Um,
but
now
anyways,
let me ask
but
you a
I
question.
remember and just the idea, and I don't know if you've ever seen the movie 13 Going on 30, where they
No.
actually recreate the
Oh
Thriller
yeah,
dance,
I see.
but I do remember, just like watching that just, again, when you're watching the dance and the ghosts and like, I'm the person who I can't even believe I'm, like, so into sci-fi that I like stuff like X-Files and Walking Dead and stuff, 'cause I was kinda creeped out or a little afraid when I first saw Thriller, and yet I'm the person so the idea of zombies and all that kinda stuff now, I'm like, "Yeah, whatever," but I remember at that time, it was kinda like, "Ooh, little scary, little freaky,"
Well,
but
here's
yeah,
the thing too. I mean, this was like a movie. The way he done it, I believe he did it with I
but
think he
even
did,
the way it was shot too, because when you thought about some of the videos, especially in the '80s, um and for instance, think about Olivia Newton-John's Physical. Let's get physical, and the way it was shot, very much looking like it was on like those VHS tape kind of productions, and with a lot of lights and a lot of bright colors, and that's what we had come to expect videos. And even if you look at videos from Off the Wall, where it's just Michael and a strobe light or something like that,
yeah.
we weren't used to these big productions and 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 again, the quality or the way it was shot very much was very cinematic, and the lighting, very soft lighting, so
Yeah, well, here's the
it was
thing.
like it was an event.
Here's the thing about Michael, and this is what he had in common probably with a lot of other artists, and in my mind, Prince. He was very particular about what he what you had to do for him in order for him to perform.
Mm.
So he always wanted to take things to the next level of performance. He always wanted to do
Mhm.
like oh, we have Lenore on here, Lenore Card, Lenore that we grew up with as kids, next door to
Okay.
grandma.
Uh-huh.
She's on my page, Lenore.
Oh,
Hey Lenore, what's up, baby? How you doing? She recently suffered a tragedy last week. Her husband passed away. So shout out to Lenore. Thanks for joining us today. Hopefully we can make you laugh right now or make you happy or whatever. But anyway, um, always wanted to go to the next level. So I think he was the kind of guy that wanted to push things to the next level. So when he did like the Beat It video, he got actual gang members to be in this video.
oh, right. Mhm.
You know,
And I think
when
also
he
too,
did the
Kenny,
Thriller,
with
he
the whole album
hired
Thriller with the whole album Thriller, one of the things too with all the songs is I think, after Off the Wall, which I think is a great album, um,
yes.
he and I think because he didn't win as many Grammys that he had expected or hoped, and I think that drove him to kinda up his game with Thriller, the songs, and I think also too with music video and the production. So, yeah, he was always taking it, like, one step.
With Thriller, he got the popular director at the time to help him with this, and that was John
John
Landis.
Landis,
He
yeah.
got John Landis to do this with him,
Mhm.
which is very important because this was like a movie within a movie thing, and it was very like the way it was done, was like very well done.
'Cause,
And like you said,
they had
Ola
the
Ray,
scene with him and Ola Ray in the car and, like and they're watching the movie and then they leave the movie and yeah, it was kinda meta,
yeah,
like a movie within a movie.
yeah, it was a movie within a movie,
And
man. It
then
was great.
to have Vincent Price do that end monologue, and who did not
Like,
know
like,
all the words to that monologue? I mean,
like,
come on.
who else? Who else could you get but Vincent Price to do a horror monologue on that?
That was
And that
complete
was pretty much. And I'll be honest with you,
the laugh
as,
and everything.
as a spoken word artist,
Mhm.
that was a spoken word piece in the middle of that song
Yeah.
that worked awesome. The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of
Of
40,000 years,
40,000
the
years.
grisly groom of every tomb closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight the sink,
To stay alive, your body starts to
stay
shiver.
alive, because no mere thought,
Oh, you're
there's no mere thought can the evil of Scylla.
okay. Okay. Were you forgetting or were you just breaking up? Because I thought your feed was going.
I think I don't know. I don't know, but in any event, you have Vincent Price. I want to say hi to Dream. Dream is listening. He signed in on us. Dream is a fantastic, awesome drummer here in Jersey. And Dream, I want to get you to work on my next. I don't know if you heard my last album, but I want to get you to work on my next
Shout
album.
out to Dream.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Dream. Dream's the man. Dream's the man. I've known Dream for more than a few years.
Awesome.
I won't go back that far. But anyway, Michael Jackson. Um, the things he did in videos, and his next big video, which I loved. I probably loved it more than Thriller. And oh yeah, and if you want to call in 704-252-8813, please give us a call and tell us your Michael Jackson moments. But one of the shows that one of the videos that he did that I might have liked more than Thriller was Smooth Criminal.
What? I'll look at that job on Michael's show because Jennifer too is down. I don't.
I don't know what he's talking about.
All right. 56 years old and living in
And
separate with her daughter.
what's he talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Why this is why you can't let old people on the internet. I'm just saying. That's our
I don't
dad.
know what that
Thank
meant.
God he's not calling in, but that's our dad. We love him. We love him dearly. He has no clue on a lot of things.
No.
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
Smooth Criminal, the video for Smooth Criminal, and it was a whole movie
Oh,
behind
that was another big movie, Smooth
yes.
Criminal. I didn't understand it,
Smooth
but
I know.
Annie, are
Yeah.
you okay? Are you okay? Why? What? Who was Annie? And why were we so concerned with her health?
Yeah, like I don't know who Annie. Well, Annie was in the video though. Wasn't she a kid in the video?
No, there was no Annie in the video. But even in
Wasn't
the
that little
song,
girl?
I'm like, what
Wasn't
is
that
he
little girl
talking
Annie?
about? Who is Annie?
I
And
don't
why
know.
are we so concerned with her health? That's all I'm asking. Just these little questions.
We need
But
to do
that's
a
not even
we need to do a séance. And the most important question we do a séance is we need to ask Michael, who
and
the hell was
also
Annie?
when you when you're talking about like pushing the boundaries and different things, if you think about it, Michael Jackson was doing that for a video like black and white with not just with having Culkin in there, but also at the very end of that video with the morphing of the faces. So again, just
Yes. Yes.
taking that art form of, and I think probably music video wouldn't have become such a big art form that MTV probably does have Michael Jackson to thank, which is quite ironic considering when they first started that they would not necessarily play R&B artists or black performers. So he
Which
was
which I will
groundbreaking
say,
in that
one of the first people who commented on that and took MTV to task on their show during the interview was David Bowie. David Bowie's like, why don't you have more
regard.
R&B artists? David Bowie was the one who took MTV to task on why they did not have R&B artists on there or black performers on their show. So I'm just a plethora of useless knowledge, really. I am.
And my mind has an endless capacity for useless information.
Yeah, yeah,
You'll never guess what movie that's from because I don't think you've seen it, but it's an excellent movie.
that sounds familiar.
Ryan Felipe, Phil-
You
that
don't even
Ryan,
know who
that
the
guy
actor
who was
is.
married to Reese Witherspoon.
I don't know who's married to Reese Witherspoon. If anybody was married to Reese Witherspoon except for me, I'm not. I'm kind of jealous.
It's Ryan Philippe.
Felipe,
Philippe.
Felipe,
Philippe.
Felipe.
Anyway, he said the line. He said it to Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
And the movie is called Playing by Heart. Do you have that list of movies you have to watch?
No, I don't have a list in front of me, but I'm not adding that to my list. I'm not adding that to my list.
Why are you not adding that?
I'm not adding that to my list.
Playing
You
by
have not watched any Fast and Furious movies. I'm not adding anything. Okay, I'm going to see some of the other movies you said. I remember them distinctly. I don't have them written down. Don't ask me to remember them now. But But anyway, back
Uh-oh.
to Michael.
Oh, wait a minute. Our dad is coming through with some facts. Uh-oh. Are these facts?
Oh, Jennifer Bill turned down the role that Ola Ray got.
Whoa. Get
Wow!
out here.
Wow!
No way.
Wow! And Jennifer Bill has a career still, and Ola Ray doesn't. But anyway,
That's true. Um,
because
uh,
Jennifer Bill was in the end last year, she was in DC Swamp Thing, and she did an awesome role, awesome job in that
uh,
movie, in that
she
TV
also
show. It was a
was
TV
Eli
series.
with Denzel Washington. But okay,
Yeah.
we digress, and that's what we do here on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. Every Saturday night, we spend an hour talking about some pop culture topic.
Now,
Tonight is what would have been Michael Jackson's 62nd birthday,
yes,
and
second birthday.
spend it celebrating and talking a little bit about the music and the music videos of Michael Jackson, even though as a Jehovah Witness, he wouldn't be celebrating his own birthday. So,
No, not at all. He was a Jehovah's Witness, and Prince was a Jehovah's Witness. So these singers had to reconcile with what they did
and
in
again, it was,
entertainment with being a Jehovah's Witness.
yeah. So, wait, did we miss any of the songs that we were going to talk about? You
I
picked
did
a
want to.
song that I really like, and I think that's from the Off the Wall album as well, and that's Girlfriend.
Yeah, I put that one
I
there.
love that song.
I love that song, "Girlfriend."
It-
I'm waiting to hear from
we're
our
talking
audience
about,
to see
it's the right
which
song,
Michael Jackson
right?
songs they love. Yes,
Huh?
I want to hear from my audience to see what Michael Jackson songs they loved. But
What is your favorite Michael Jackson song?
please call us or type in
Or
one of our links
type in.
of what Michael Jackson song you loved.
Oh, you know what? I'm not on the right feed. I don't know whether I'll be able to see any of the.
Yeah, no. You're on the right feed, but I see 6 people on there now, and
Okay.
at least 6 right now. So we don't
So
know.
type
But in
in
any
your
event,
favorite Michael
you type
Jackson song.
please type in your favorite song. Girlfriend was a good song, and I love the harmonies in that song. It was great.
I'm I know there's no singing on this show, but
Don't
I
sing it on the show
get
because we can't
it.
sing.
And
But
that's back in the oh, you know what? And we talked about partnerships and things. We didn't mention Paul McCartney, and he actually
yes,
did
I was
two.
going to go to there. Yes.
Okay, sorry, but I love Girlfriend. Girlfriend is a favorite song of mine.
Yes.
Um, and and
The
like I
Paul
said, it's
McCartney
Falling
songs.
in Love. I also liked Human Nature a lot, and I know
Yeah.
that was from the Thriller album, but I just
Okay,
like
we have
the
on
mellow
my feed. On my feed, I have Lenora saying her favorite song is Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
Is not my lover. She's just a girl that says that I am the one. But the kid ain't my
It is
son.
not my son.
He's not my son. It ain't mine. What man wants to say that? It ain't mine. I didn't do it.
And
Not
that
mine.
could have alternately been the theme song for like I don't know, Maury Povage's show. Anyway, all right, what other songs do we have? Any other favorites? What are your other favorite either
My, my,
Jackson 5
my
or solo Michael songs?
on a,
What
on a down low, my sister cracks me up sometimes. She really does. Uh Marvin Povich.
okay. Anyway, um from Thriller, I think I really liked "Wanna Be Starting Something," and
Oh, that was a good
know
song.
whether it
That
was
was
that Mama Say, Mama Sa, that kinda, Mama Say, Mama
um
Makusa, Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa.
Michael had a habit of in his videos
And why
acting
couldn't he
out certain things.
pronounce TH? He pronounced THs like Ds.
What song? What are you talking about?
It um, I don't know, it's just something about his enunciation. I don't know if it was a Midwest
I I
thing
I I,
or
I want to know what Shamon means.
Shimon.
Shamon, Shamon, Shamon.
I was just
Michael,
it
what
was
is
just
Michael?
so
Michael,
much.
we love you, but what the hell is Shamon? Dang it, baby.
Actually, there was one song. Oh, they don't really care about us. When I was listening
Oh
to the
yeah.
series retrospective, and they were playing some of the song, I was like, I really like that song. That could actually be a anthem for Black Lives Matter movement right now. All
Yeah,
I'm really
yeah.
saying
Well,
is
he did,
they don't really care about
surprisingly
us.
enough,
And again,
Michael did a lot of
it
songs
was
that had to do with unity. He did a lot of songs that had to do with black. I mean, jam, black and
Jam.
white,
Oh, Heavy
and
D.
that Heavy D was on
Jam,
jam. Yes,
jam. Here
it was
comes the
on
man.
with,
Oh,
and
I love
I like Heavy D's line of that. I did with Janet. I did with Guy. Now with Michael. I mean, it was like because he did a song with Janet, which was oh, what is that song? 'Cause I love that song.
Heavy
Um,
D and Janet
All
Jackson.
right, and
Oh,
everything
All Right With
all
Me.
right,
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
right, which is phenomenal. And he did it with Guy.
Yeah.
Now with Michael, now was now it's time to jam. Like it
Jam.
was wow, and that was good. And then at the end of
Yeah.
that video,
Oh, that was fun.
He had Michael Jordan on the end of that
My
video playing
MJ and
basketball.
MJ.
Yes, MJ and MJ,
MJ Day, MJ and MJ at the end of
MJ
the
and
Jam
MJ.
video was fun, kinda seeing.
Now I will say we're
Mhm.
not talking negative about Michael, but the one creepy thing I saw on one of his videos when he did the video with Michael with Paul McCartney with
Mhm.
the song,
Oh,
his
yeah.
love interest was
We talked
Latoya,
about
his
this
sister.
before.
His
Yeah.
sister. His
That was
sister
for
Latoya
was
was
that
his love
for Say,
interest.
Say,
I
Say?
was
What was the other song?
that was
That was for Say, Say, Say
yeah,
when
it was
they
for
were,
Say
like
Say Say. It was to Say Say Say.
Well, what
And
was the other song? The Girl Is Mine.
the girl's
Girl
mine.
Is Mine was from Thriller, but Say
I'm
Say
gonna tell
Say
you,
was from.
I'm gonna tell you something, Kathy. On my next album, if I ever write a love song, I will not hire you to be my love interest in that song.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll
If I
agree.
do a video for it, I'm not hiring you.
You know what? Speaking of Latoya, because she was in another video too that I really like, "The Way You Make Me Feel."
Oh, the way you make me feel was a nice video, and I liked it.
Very stylish looking too,
I like
that
the feeling of that video because at one point he dances. If they do a dance break, and he dances with four of the guys like he's dancing with his brothers. So I like that video. It's
Ooh,
like him. It's like him paying homage to the fact that he was with Jackson Five because behind him he has one of the brothers. I'm
I'm
still trying
checking
to understand
the
that.
comments. Are there any Michael I still don't see people listing their favorite Michael Jackson song.
No, I don't. I wish you would. I really wish you would. But it's really like I still don't understand the
"Push
whole
Me Away." That was the
tearing the
Jacksons. "I Come
tearing.
Running Back to You, but
Who
You
said
Push Me
that?
Away." Huh?
That was the Jacksons. Did somebody say that
That
online?
was the Jacksons, but I no, that's just me going over the
Okay.
songs by the Jacksons that I
I
like.
really couldn't understand in that video, the way you make me feel about the whole tearing your shirt thing and going,
Yeah,
ah!
I don't know what all that rage was about.
I
Yeah.
don't, dude, you're Michael Jackson. You had a very privileged life. What do you have rage about?
And again, everybody's journey is different, so we don't know what he's going through, but again, a lot of rage. So there you
Yes,
go.
outrage,
All right.
outrage.
So let's wrap up. The one thing we didn't mention, and um we were remiss, and maybe it's because it's not one of my favorite Michael Jackson moments, but that was his starring role in the movie The Wiz.
I love You Can't Win.
Well, "You Can't Win" is the best. I love that. I totally love that song, but I was not too crazy, and I guess that's because I wasn't too crazy about the entire movie because I just felt Diana Ross was too old to be Dorothy,
Yes,
and I
she was
would
supposed to be Dawson. She was. She was.
rather
But
see Stephanie
it
Mills,
was
but
a
that's
very great production and it was Diana Ross. So what else do you want?
wait, who's bashing Motown now?
Moving on.
Oh, I thought I hit crickets. I thought I hit crickets, and it turns out I hit
Yeah.
applause. They're the crickets. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, those are some loud crickets. You know what's really loud? I should go out and record them because after it rains down here, the frogs are so loud. They are
In the,
like crazy loud.
Down in the country, the frogs are loud.
The frogs. Oh,
Down in the
what?
country.
Here two things I have to share, and hopefully you can see this on camera. But one of the main reasons I think I was such a Michael Jackson fan, in my act, I used to say, "Oh, I love Michael Jackson. I thought I was going to marry Michael Jackson," but and it was because of two things. One was again, here's what makes good fandom. You know what makes good fandom when you can have good swag. You know, people are fans of music because they can buy an album and look at the cover and or listen to the music and take it with them and keep them with them. And but for when you're a teen, the way back in my day that they would get to you with something good is it would have to be. Oh wait, hold on, let me see. In the one magazine that every girl had in my neighborhood, and that was the Right On magazine. I don't know if you can see that, but the Jackson
It's kind of
5,
blurry, but yeah.
it's kind of blurry. I'm sorry. I don't have autofocus on because it gives you me the little thing. But look at all the Michael Jackson 5 covers of Right On magazine. And that is what started my fandom with Michael because Right On magazine would always have a centerfold, and 9 times out of 10 it would be Michael. But this is blurry too because I actually remember this. But back in the day, there used to be this stuff called cereal. Now, cereal was cool because cereal, you poured it in your bowl, put some milk in there, and then you put the box in front of you because you didn't have a phone to look at. So you read the cereal box. But when the cereal box was really good, they'd actually stick an album or record.
Yes.
Do you remember
Yes.
that?
I remember that.
Where a record was on the back of the cereal box, and I had the record from the back of the cereal box. It's captured in this anthology book, and super super sugar crisp, which I don't even think do they make those anymore. Now that is a pop culture. If we can get a box of sugar crisp, that would be the joint. Anyway, but and I think there was the Archies had a record too. I got off a back of a cereal box.
Sugar,
Uh,
sugar, sugar,
sugar,
sugar.
sugar, honey, honey. Yeah. But anyway, the Jackson Five, or they were the group back in the day. So I don't know, Kenny. Our hour is up. What more can we say for MJ Day?
Um,
And again, if it wouldn't be
we
a
want, we want to, we
violation,
want, we've had a lot of fun talking about a lot of things. We had a lot of fun talking about a lot of videos and what Michael's done. The one thing we want to say is that this man, regardless of what you might think about him, regardless of what media hype you might hear about him, this man was an icon and an innovator in the industry. There's a lot of people that would not be influenced today if it not wasn't for Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson, incidentally, one of his
no
biggest
pressure.
influences would be James Brown, was one of Michael Jackson's
And
big influences. And there's
and
also
Jackie
a
Wilson.
video on YouTube, in Jackie Wilson.
Oh,
There's
Jackie.
also a YouTube video of Michael Jackson and James Brown. James Brown performing, calling Michael Jackson up to the stage in the early 80s. It's probably about the time Billie Jean came out or whatever. It wasn't as big. And he was in the audience and he came up. And Michael Jackson whispered in James Brown's ear that Prince was in the audience. And Michael Jackson and James Brown called up Prince. And Prince grabbed the guitar and played while
Wow.
so I mean, three celebrities that are no longer here with us, but
Mm,
three iconic celebrities. Iconic in the biggest way possible. I
wow.
mean, right now, if I could tell you that you could be in a show with Michael Jackson, James Brown, and Prince all performing, if you had a time machine, would you go? Hell yeah, I would go. Like like you're right. That's mind blown. Michael Jackson was that guy. He recognized Prince and brought him out there. Um, to James Brown and say, "Look, James, Prince is here. Get him in here because he's phenomenal." And everybody wants to say this big rivalry between Michael Jackson and Prince, and I don't think it was much of a rivalry as they were both perfectionists and they both wanted the best for the music. There is a soundtrack out of Michael Jackson rehearsing for I think his last performance that he never got to do, but he pretty much fired the guy running sound on one of his songs because he was doing it wrong because Michael Jackson wanted perfection. And that's what made him great. That's one of the reasons why he went on his own without the Jacksons because he wanted to do his show the way he wanted it done. And that's what made Michael Jackson what he was. You can say whatever you want to say about his personal life. Go ahead. But you cannot deny this man of the music that he made for all of us to dance to that we loved. Because who doesn't dance when they hear Shake Your Body Down to the Ground?
Shake your body down to the ground.
As a DJ, when I play that song and you get it, whoa! Everybody was on the dance floor.
Mm.
It's Michael. It's Michael. I love little Michael.
So you gotta tell me what movie that's from because I don't know. So you gotta help me. What movie? Come on.
that line is from
Before we
the
go, what happened?
Adam Chandler's The Longest Yard.
Oh, and I should know that because I have seen that.
I love little Michael.
Ah, He loves little Michael. We love you. And thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your Saturday. And if you are still quarantining, we urge you to continue to keep that 6 foot distance, wash your hands, wear your mask when you're out in public. Um, Take care of yourself, of the ones around you. For those who are marching in the streets and continuing the fight for social justice, that we do stand with you, that we do believe Black Lives Matter. And we thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Saturday night. Please consider giving us a like, as well as a thumbs up or subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. And as my brother is indicating, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Thanks, guys. Have a good
Look,
night.
God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.